Guys, what we're going to talk about today is basically caffeine, coffee, okay? What does it do, okay? Is it good for performance, and can we get addicted to coffee? Okay, so coffee is known to chemists as trimethylxanthine, okay? 137-trimethylxanthine, okay? And it is the world's most popular psychoactive drug, okay? The world's gone crazy for it, okay? So crazy, you're willing to pay more for coffee than you do for petrol, okay? And you do. Okay, on a mass psychological scale, it's just a thing you go and do. If you're out in town, you grab a coffee. If you're out with your mates, you grab a coffee. You know, if you're sitting in a house, you grab a coffee. Okay, coffee is like a white powdery substance. It's got a bitter taste, and that's why you can taste the difference between uncaffeinated and caffeinated products of the same brand, because it does have a little bit of a taste. And it's usually extracted from tea or coffee. Okay, so caffeine comes from tea or coffee. But it can be extracted from two South African plants called yerba mate, okay, and gyrene or gyorine, okay, and you can find these two products in, or the two extracts in most sport energy drinks, okay. So what does it actually do? Okay, it actually tricks the brain into thinking that it's not tired, and the way it does this is trimethylxanthine, okay, it looks like a molecule called adenosine, okay, and in our brain we have adenosine receptors, and the adenosine attaches to these receptors, and it has a calming effect on the nervous system, making you feel sleepy and tired and chilled out. What caffeine does is it blocks these receptors, okay, resulting in a delayed onset of fatigue, making you feel stimulated, okay, so it decreases the amount of fatigue you have by making you feel stimulated, okay, and what that then does is it increases heart rate, blood pressure, okay, it delays the onset of fatigue, and it makes you more alert, cognitive alertness, okay. So, is this good? Is it good for performance? Absolutely yes. The doctors recommend roughly around about 300 to 500 milligrams a day, okay, depending on your size and weight. The reason for the 300 milligrams a day, which is around about 2 cups of coffee, okay? Caffeine gets in the system within around about 30 minutes, and it has a half-life of 6 hours, which basically means after six hours, you'll feel half the effects, okay? We put that in terms of our daily life. You know, your second cup of coffee, if you've got a half-life of 6 hours, is roughly going to be around about 1 o'clock, okay? So, you know, you don't really want to start taking on a lot of coffee near the end of the night because it's going to be stimulating your system, okay? So is it good? Yes, in terms of performance, it increases heart rate and blood pressure, which all increases performance. You're more alert cognitively, okay, and you're less tired. So in terms of performance, yes. What's the negatives? Can we become addicted to coffee? Technically, no, okay. It hasn't got the same properties as drugs have, for example, like crack, okay. Addiction is quite a big subject, so I don't want to go into it as of yet, but yeah, you know, it does. It's more of a devoted hobby than an addiction, okay? It's more of a devoted habit, okay? If that makes sense, okay? It's a devoted habit, okay? We just do it out of habit, okay? Yes, we do sort of have the stimulant that we're chasing through the day, so the moment we feel tired, we go straight to that stimulant. But it's not really an addiction. If we come away from coffee after a day or two, okay, the headaches, the feeling tired, the crankiness, that'll all go away, and you feel fresh and back to normal, okay? Does it have any other health benefits? Yes, absolutely. It contains free radicals. Now, I can't remember the name of these free radicals, but free radicals basically they help with the damage that's done by oxidation of the body. Okay, when the body goes through oxidation, this causes damage to the cells, and free radicals help clean that up. Okay, and there's massive amounts of antioxidants in caffeine. So yes, it does have some health benefits. Are there any negatives in terms of the system? Okay, yes, if we're having massive amounts of coffee and we're stimulated, the number one health defect, okay, is insomnia, okay? If our receptors are being blocked, okay, by the caffeine, our system can't calm down. Okay. Also, if our heart rate and blood pressure is high, this can have negative effects on the health. So if we're constantly stimulated and we're constantly have a high heart rate and high blood pressure, this can obviously have an effect on the system in a negative way. It does also have an effect on the nervous system. Okay, the sympathetic nervous system. Okay. and it has an effect on the adrenaline released in the system. And adrenaline does have a massive part in our health. Okay, if too much adrenaline constantly, this will tax the system, which we don't want. Okay, so again, the doctors recommend between around about 300 milligrams and 500 milligrams a day, which is between around about 2 to 4 coffees a day. Remember, it has a half-life of 6 hours, so after 6 hours, you'll feel half the effect. Okay. So 1 or 2 coffees fit into a usual sort of work time. Depending on when you start work. If you start work at 5 o'clock, your next coffee can be around about 12:01, and by the time you get home at 6, okay, you're good. Okay, you're fine. Okay, so a little bit about caffeine. I hope that helped to clear things up. Again, technically, no, you can't get addicted to coffee. It does have massive health benefits, but that increase in stimulus, especially on the heart and the blood pressure, can have detrimental effects on the body. Okay, guys?